All right, here goes.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to We Don't Know Movies 2.0. This is a revamp, totally new show. Here I am, Brian Davis. I am here with my co-host, new co-host, and permanent co-host, Jared Webb. What's going on, buddy?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good, man. Yeah, like I said, new show. You excited about it? This is a review show. We're watching movies.
Definitely excited about it.
Awesome.
I feel like we have a structure now.
Cool.
So I'm
Awesome,
ready to rock and roll.
We got some of the We Don't Know Network crew here with us today. Jacob Wolf, what's going on, buddy?
What's going on, guys?
New members of the fam, Z and Kristen, what's going on, y'all?
Hello, fellas.
What's up?
Like I said, We Don't Know Movies, the review show. We're gonna go year by year, decade by decade. We're gonna watch some of the best movies ever created. We're gonna review them. We're gonna give our stupid opinions that none of you care about whatsoever. So, Jared, this week, where are we starting at, bud? Where's the
All right,
journey
so
beginning?
Starting in 1990 with Pretty Woman.
This is my birth year.
Birth year. There we go. Jacob, aren't you 90 as well?
I'm 91.
Okay, so you're with me.
Yeah, we're the same year. You were just late 91. I was early 91.
That's right. Okay.
I'm a 90. I'm a 90.
Well, shoot. So wait.
There we go.
No,
Jacob,
girl, you 100. Let's go.
Okay. Never mind. All right, but so we did our fan questionnaire. We got Pretty Woman, the story of a woman who moved to Hollywood with aspirations of a fairy tale life.
Yes.
Though she ended up becoming
Queen.
a lady of the night.
Ooh.
A hooker.
Yes. When out of
Sex
nowhere.
worker.
She's a sex worker.
Hey, if they say
Hey,
hooker
that's why I
50
said
times,
lady of the night, okay?
The proper term
Thank
throughout
you.
the movie was hooker.
He did say hooker a lot.
I have it
Yeah.
written down like every time he said hooker.
Did
But
you
hey, it was the
count? Did you
90s.
count how many?
What are you going to do?
Yeah. It's fine.
But then, out of nowhere, she meets the most handsome and richest guy in town looking to use her services.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
And they ever so graciously fall in love.
There
Right.
we go.
Ever so graciously.
Yeah.
Did you create that line, or was that taken from Wikipedia?
Oh, no, I created it.
That was
He's got the
beautiful.
box
I'm
art
really
in front of him. He's just reading off of that.
I wrote it
Is that
down.
the original VHS?
I wrote it down. I got all my notes right here.
Wow, there we
Wow,
go.
I'm impressed.
Hey, he's
He's
on it.
ready. He
I'm
is
here.
ready. He is ready.
We'll keep
Jacob,
it rolling.
I mean, Jared, sorry. not
Yes.
Jacob. Give me some, you got some more facts, just little quick facts about the film?
Yeah, so its original release date was March 23rd, 1990. Its Rotten Tomatoes score is only a 63% for how big a movie it is. Yeah.
Wow.
Terrible.
Deserving.
You think deserving?
I mean, we'll get into it.
We'll get
I
there.
have a bone to pick with you later.
The box office, the weekend that it premiered, it made $11,280,591, and the budget was estimated at around $14 million.
Ooh.
So they beat it, obviously, drastically over time.
Crushed it
And-
over many years.
That's right. And its rank was number one.
Number
For how
one.
long?
Oh, I didn't do
Yeah,
that research.
You're asking too
Hey.
much. Asking too
Don't
much.
make
Yeah,
it look
hello
bad.
now.
I'm just here to fact
A
check.
while, Kristen.
A while. A while.
Come on, buddy.
For Friday night.
All right. Is that it? Is that all we got for right now, Jared?
For right now, yeah.
All right, cool. Jared's going to hit us with some fun facts as I go through
Yeah, I
the
got a
plot.
couple of them.
But before that, let's get into some very spoiler-free, just general couple sentences, how you felt about the movie. Jacob, you start.
Julia Roberts was fine as fuck in every scene. They made a point of showing her ass off in the first 2 minutes. And I have a very specific note. I was sitting there with my wife watching this movie, and even my wife goes, wow, her ass looks amazing. So that's something that they made a very good point of the entire movie. I have it written down like 15 times. But Richard Gere, oh my God, that is a good-looking man, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
That's a
Sure.
handsome boy.
Yeah,
He's
so
alright.
He's a handsome boy.
my
Doesn't
big
do it for
takeaway is they got the two most attractive people they could find in Hollywood
Yeah.
in 1990 and said, you know what? make them fall in love for a movie, and that's a super predictable film, obviously, but very fun to watch.
You know what's
Did
fun
you
about
like
it?
or did you hate it?
Yeah.
What was that?
Did you like it or hate it?
I liked it. Yeah, I liked it. I've always liked
Okay,
it.
cool.
I mean,
Z, I would love to hear from you next.
As a rom-com, rom-dram
Oh,
connoisseur,
goodness.
Okay.
it's one of my favorite movies. I've loved that movie since I was like 12, 13, 14 years old. So, also Richard Gere's like one of my top 5. Like if I had a hall pass,
Oh, pass from who?
Oh, balls from what?
from his wife?
a hall pass for my future partner.
Like a could have sex with anyone in the world hall pass.
Yeah, that kind of hall pass. But I love that movie. She's a smoke show.
Yeah.
Yes.
Straight up smoke show. I did also remember the butt scene. Because I remember looking at it and being like, oh, that's ass.
Hot. Hot.
But
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I love it. I love Jason Alexander in it because everyone at the time, he was only known for like comedy.
Yeah, he was Seinfeld. Yeah.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
only known for comedy, and so I think it was casted perfectly. And wait, who's the director? Gary Marshall?
Yep.
Jared?
Okay,
That's it.
So
There you go.
Gary Marshall has like this favorite group of actors he always works with. Every Gary Marshall movie has those same actors all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like that as well.
Yeah.
But I love that movie. Hell yeah.
Good
Yeah, a
choice.
lot of directors do that. It's fun to see.
Judd Apatow?
Judd Apatow will do it.
He is the king.
Yeah.
I think it's the.
All right.
Is it the Coen brothers that'll get like? Wow, his name's George Clooney.
Yes.
yeah.
The answer to your question is
Yeah.
yes.
The answer is
Yes, the
Sure.
Coen brothers could get it. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kristen, quickly, what did you think of the film?
As a lover of women and a lover of female empowerment, I love her transformation through the movie and think that she finds a power within herself and learns to set boundaries for herself. And I think in an industry where it's not common, in a time when it's not common, she sets a good example for young girls everywhere. That's all I got.
Bet. There we go.
There you go.
Bet.
I like it.
Okay.
Jared,
I
quickly
can give
before we
one
get
today.
into until we get into the plot, what do you got for me? Just quickly, what do you think?
I think it's a really good movie. I think it's a little unrealistic, but yeah.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
As most
Teensy
are.
weensy
For
bit.
yourself.
You know.
Actually, I
Alright.
think the premise is really not that unbelievable. You know, rich old white guy falls in love with a young, beautiful
Is he
sex
old
worker.
though? I feel like they're like the same.
He
like around the
no,
same.
he looks old. He
No,
looks like
he-
he's probably
18
45
years
in this
apart.
movie.
Oh, he's 18.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jared. Hey, the
He
keeper
was
of the
40,
facts.
she was
Yeah.
22.
The keeper of the
Fucking yeah,
facts.
let's go.
Yeah,
Thank
you can definitely
Jared.
tell.
Yeah, he's all white.
Um,
He's all white in the hair. So
Yeah, he started to gray then.
I think the movie's okay. I mean, it's a cool story.
Yeah.
It's super unrealistic. I mean, this would never happen in real life. Let's be fucking real. All right, like this is never gonna happen.
what do you think
Movies
sugar daddies
are for
are?
that.
Oh, sugar
this
daddies.
is my mom's favorite movie of all time. So I've seen it a fucking 100 times probably. When I watched it for this was the first time I probably watched it as an adult. So I was like picking up on things. So, but yeah, it's cool. It's an alright movie, like middle,
It's fine.
like slightly above middle on the thumb ranking.
Yeah. Okay.
So, all right, so
Who's that?
I'm a little upset.
it's all right. You can air your grievances out as I go through the plot.
That's right.
I'm gonna go through the plot, guys. As I read through the plot, please feel free to jump in with your concerns, comments, your aggravations, your love of the scene, whatever you guys want to jump in. Jared's gonna jump in with fun facts as well. And shout out to gradesaver.com. That's where I got this plot summary from. One day, I will be creative enough to write these plot summaries myself. I am working on them, but for the time being, gradesaver.com.
I can help you out, Brian.
They have a great one. They have a great one here. So I
Make
did
sure you
my
put that in
research.
the Discord so I can give him a shout out in the.
I will.
Yeah.
I did my research. I wanted to find a good one, and this is a great one. So
Perfect.
I'm gonna start. You guys ready?
Run it.
The film opens at a business luncheon held at a Los Angeles home of Phil Stuckey, who is the attorney of Edward Lewis, a prominent and successful businessman. Phil hovers around the party anxiously while Edward remains somewhat detached. In a room away from the party, Edward speaks to his girlfriend on the phone, who complains that he is absent and that she speaks to his secretary more than him. Eventually, she breaks up with him and Edward hangs up the phone. Edward goes downstairs to take Phil's car, a flashy Lotus Esprit, for a drive. Phil does not quite agree, but Edward takes it anyway, fucking up the clutch completely. That wasn't in there. That's just something I'm putting in there. He's destroying that fucking clutch. Like,
Real quick, Brian.
murdering it.
Fun fact about that scene, though, where he's on the phone, you can actually see the crew members working behind him through the reflection of the mirror.
The mirrors.
The window. I mean. Yeah.
Jared, did you have that on your fun fact list?
I did not put that on my fact list. Thank you,
Oh,
Jacob.
yeah.
All right. Jared,
Oh, I got
well,
a couple
that's
of, like, you know,
one
screw-ups.
strike against Jared here.
Damn, you got me.
There's gonna be a few.
Perfect.
Edward takes the vehicle anyway, getting lost as he tries to make his way to Beverly Hills. What did you guys think about this opening scene? There's some sleight of hand magic. That's the first thing you see in the movie. I thought, like, I remember watching it, I was like, magic scene, that's interesting. But,
Very much, you know, I guess, of the times with the big panning shots of the city and everything, trying to show that, you know, he's moving around and everything. You know, obviously, it's kind of weird. They had to show that they were on the bad side of town too, like right off the bat, by showing like the little crack deal going down and shit. But I guess
I
that's
think
how he knows
Jacob-
how to beat her.
I think Jacob's going to have the most notes about this movie because he doesn't know the difference between Julia Roberts and Sandra Bullock, so he has
So I
to
had to
drive
write
it,
the
he has to
entire
drive
time.
it home that he watched this film with Julia
Fun
Roberts.
fact:
8
Sandra
pages
Bullock
of notes.
actually turned down the role.
Is that cursive?
His note,
Yeah.
she just like she was great.
I'm sorry.
In Blindside. She was
Jacob, are
great
you
in
writing in
Blindside.
cursive?
Yeah, it's the only way I could write fast enough to keep up with the film.
Wow.
I'm impressed.
Fun fact.
I can't write in cursive.
But in caps, in some of them, fine as fuck.
But hey,
Just
Jacob.
all
Drag.
caps and then
It's
the-
drag writing.
Hey, Jacob. This fun fact is for you.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that Sandra Bullock actually turned down the role?
I did not know that.
There you go.
Wow, I would have been even more confused throughout my
Right?
life.
Yeah, I don't know how old Sandy would have done in this movie. I don't know if I like that idea too much. She doesn't give off like
She's
a
too
sex
waspy.
appeal. Yeah. So
Well, hey, at that time though, she was looking good.
Speed. She's in Speed, right?
Speed. Dude, what's that other?
No, Speed was like
go.
Jared, we got to move on. I don't have time for you to.
Yeah. Yeah, keep going.
Vivian Ward, an attractive young prostitute. Shout out to Grade Saver for saying prostitute, not hooker. I feel like that's a little better. It's a little better.
Is that a derogatory term? Like, seriously, I don't know. Is that considered a derogatory term?
Yeah.
Oh,
Prostitute
fuck me, I'm a
hooker.
terrible person. Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Prostitute and sex worker.
Yeah.
I'll correct myself throughout my notes then.
There we go. This is
There
a
you
network
go.
of learning.
Cross
This is a network of
gonna
learning
teach you.
doctors.
I literally have the word written here several times.
Vivian Ward, an attractive young prostitute, is getting ready for the night, but she realizes the rent money is gone. She goes to Hollywood Boulevard to find her roommate and ask her for the rent money and begin her night shift. At the Blue Banana Club, Vivian meets her roommate Kit, who she is dismayed to find has spent the rent money on drugs. Because she needed a fucking
Oof.
pick-me-up. Isn't that what she said? A fucking pick-me-up. Well, bitch,
Yeah.
we have to live somewhere.
Yeah.
So,
You almost got to
Yeah.
do drugs to be a sex worker. I have friends
Yeah.
who have done sex work, and like I can't imagine that shit's easy.
there we go.
Also, did you
Yeah.
notice that the
Anyway,
bartender
sorry.
in the scene was dressed way too young?
The who?
The
with his
bartender,
leather,
who's
the leather vest.
yeah, he's got like a leather vest over like a jersey. It's the weirdest look.
I like
Hey,
it.
it's
the
a
90s
1990.
were weird.
This is 1990.
Weird time to be alive, man.
Edward pulls up in the Lotus, and Vivian goes to his car. I think Kit, like, she says, "Here, you take this one." Vivian's having like a bad night or something. Correct me if I'm wrong, but she kind of like gives it to her.
Yeah.
She's upset just because of rent, I think. That's what it was about.
Yeah.
They had to meet somehow.
And Vivian, yes, yeah, had to be like a
Also,
progression
he's
there.
asking directions from a bum before this. Like, what makes you think that this dude is going to tell you the right direction?
True.
Fuck off.
True. Edward pulls up in the Lotus. Vivian goes to the car, hoping for a wealthy customer. When Edward asks Vivian for directions, she charges him $20. Smart move. When he agrees, she gets in and shows him the way. Vivian is enthusiastic about the car, and Edward lets her drive it to the hotel. He drops her off, and she sits waiting at the bus stop. Edward says his goodbyes, but has a change of heart and invites her to the hotel. Vivian is clearly out of place in this very like ritzy hotel. She's like doing like country bumpkin shit, like laughing loud as hell and shit like that. They arrive at Edward's penthouse, and he reveals he is scared of heights, which is odd to I think the whole audience, including her. She never goes out to the balcony, but sorry, I don't know. Excuse me, I just had like a mini stroke or something. Sorry. Vivian tries to initiate sex like almost immediately. Right? They have like 4 sentences of dialogue, and she's like, "Let's get this money. I got fucking rent to pay."
She grabbed him by the
right.
dick in the car,
Yes.
and he's soft as hell, apparently. How? How are you soft? First of all, why'd you switch seats with her? That was a weird move.
Because
He
it's
couldn't
Richard
drive the car.
Gere.
She
Because you
could.
didn't know how to drive.
Yeah.
He was
Right,
fucking
he
the
was
clutch
fucking the
up.
clutch.
You
He
just met this girl.
was.
You just met this girl. Come on.
She was beautiful.
I let a stranger drive my car in the 90s.
In the 90s? In the
There
90s.
were fucking rules back then.
In 1990,
Different
there
now.
really wasn't a
Yeah.
lot of rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't wear the
Yeah.
seat belt in the back seat.
No. Seatbelts weren't
true.
That's
invented.
the 90s.
They just weren't available.
They just
in
didn't
the
have
vehicle. Vivian tries to initiate sex, but Edward wants to talk for a while and drinks champagne. As they get to know each other, Edward finds himself more and more surprised by Vivian's charm and boldness. Vivian watches television while Edward works. They begin intercourse, and Vivian refuses to kiss him on the mouth. Jacob, what's the first rule of turning tricks?
Never kiss him on the lips.
Thank you. There we go. They then spend the night together.
Yo, by the way, she chugged the shit out of that champagne, too.
Yeah, and he doesn't drink, so
At the time, she only had an hour, though. She was trying to get it all in.
She was trying to get money.
Time,
Also, hey,
time.
speaking of
Oh,
getting it in,
don't even get me started on the money situation
Dude,
because we're gonna get to the money
she
situation.
undersold the
alright?
shit out of this
We're gonna
entire
get to that,
fucking...
alright.
She could have made so much more.
How much is
but
$300 in today's money?
Hold on, that's not even the point.
3,000.
We get
Wait, how much
No,
is $300 in today's money?
How much is
Like,
nine,
$300?
no,
1990s $300?
She's talking about the rate of...
okay. I
increase.
guess
rate
we
of
can't.
exchange.
This is my
Tax
biggest
value.
gripe. This is my biggest gripe about the film. Because I just skipped the
Rate of
part.
exchange.
I just talked about her spending the night, blah 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 blah. But I'm gonna get into the next morning as well. He asks her, "How much for an hour?" She says $100.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
$100 an hour. I'm like, all right, bet that seems reasonable. $100 an hour. for
Never got
prostitute.
a prostitute before, but sounds about right.
Sex work.
I mean, I've never
No, just a
either,
prostitute.
but I would assume
She was just
in
waiting for me to say it
Hollywood.
wrong.
So then he says, how much for the night? $300.
Baby never said she was good at math. She only got to 11th grade.
She never took algebra?
What?
I'm kind of starting to
Ninth
think.
grade.
No.
I'm kind of starting to think at this point it's not Kit's fault that the rent's not paid. All right, because Julia Roberts obviously has no idea what she's doing. With it. She has
Alright,
no
so
idea what she's doing.
$100
with
an
the money.
hour. I'm gonna be here for probably 10 hours. Give me $300.
Okay, so let me move.
The fuck?
For the
Let me
record,
move
I
forward
just
just a little
welcome
bit.
back
Let
to
me
that.
move forward just a little bit. We learned that Edward's company is taking over a company from the reluctant James Morse. Phil, Edward's attorney, urges him to have dinner with Morse and his grandson, and to bring a date. Edward asks Vivian to spend the week with him as his employee, accompanying him to dinner and other social engagements.
Oh, and about this
Stop.
scene, while they're eating breakfast, just so you know, she's eating
How?
a croissant, and then it turns into a pancake, and then back to a croissant.
Yeah.
Jacob,
So
I'm gonna
annoying.
need you to let Jared do the fun facts because that's
It's so
Jared's
annoying.
job.
Well, did he have it? Did Jared have that one?
Yeah, I had that.
Okay.
But thanks.
Wow, y'all paid a lot more attention than me.
All right.
Well, these are just fun facts.
This is part 2 of my gripe here.
Okay.
$100 an hour, $300 a night, 7 days, $3,000. This doesn't
Okay.
bother anybody else.
So,
So,
Let me.
$3,000 in 1990 was probably a lot of money, wasn't it?
Kristen,
it came
I don't
out to about
care-
$1,000 a day.
I don't care about the rate exchange. I don't care.
That's
about
the rate exchange.
Hey, I got the
Sorry.
calculator up.
What I care
24
about
hours a day,
is her inability
$100.
to do
It's like
to run a business.
5,688 or something like that.
It should have been $16,800. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's what $3,000 was?
No, that's what he
should
should have
charged
charged.
him.
Oh.
That's what she
24
should have
hours a
Today's
day
money.
for 7
No.
days.
It doesn't matter the time or day of place. It's just
She's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By her rates that she put up, she should have charged him $16,000. That is
She
wild.
doesn't know that. She charges $50 for a BJ in the back of a car in a Kmart parking lot. She doesn't know that she needs to pay $16,000 or
good
charge
point.
$16,000.
Her inability to run a business properly is my biggest gripe of this entire film.
Also, the rate of inflation from 1990 to 2020 is $1 is now the equivalent of $1.99, so it basically doubles.
Okay.
$32,000 she could have got out of this guy. What are we talking
Okay,
about here?
I'm also saying her self. You remember she made multiple comments about how low her self-worth was, so she probably doesn't think that she's worth that money.
But think about what a blowjob would have cost back then. It would have been $50 for a blowjob,
Yeah.
or not even 50, 25. I've watched a lot of Law and Order, and they're cheap. Like
How
those are
long
like
is this
cheap.
blowjob? Because of her rates, technically, this is only a
If
30.
you're
That's a
go-
30-minute.
15 minutes.
But it's like
That's
a
a 30-minute
tattoo.
service.
To us,
It's like a tattoo. You pay for the piece, not necessarily the time.
Yeah, you pay for the quality.
Exactly.
Wait, no, you do pay for the time sometimes.
Sometimes it depends on if it's going to take longer or if it's going to be, like,
Again,
if it's
Yeah.
a 30-minute piece, then
I'm starting to think at this point the rent is not paid because of Vivian. She cannot do math properly.
Well, he's gonna.
She's new to the game.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
She's new.
She ain't that new. She knows not to kiss on the lips.
She's a rookie. She's a rookie.
it seems like she's been doing it for a while,
Yeah,
though.
just give her some slack. He would have. He would have gave her 4. That's the most.
I can give Vivian a lot of slack for a lot of things that happen in this movie. The money issue, I cannot let go. I will not let go.
Well, she doesn't have a fucking accountant carrying around with her all the time in a little pan bag. So how you expect her to know?
Richard Gere
I
is to
wouldn't
blame
charge
as well.
that much money.
Richard Gere did to her what his company is doing to other companies. Bought it for cheap, ripped
Yep.
it apart, and then sells it off. That's exactly what he did to her.
Yeah.
He's literally Mitt Romney. Like, that is Mitt Romney's job.
All right, save it for the
I mean, that's
politics
what he
shit.
did. I mean,
All right.
Special preview for the
but
politics.
it wasn't his fault. Came across a gold mine.
Just blame everything on daddy issues.
What the
here.
fuck?
And the fear of heights.
All right. Let's move on.
She's
When
the one
she
who came up with the
agrees-
charges.
When she agrees to this bad business arrangement, Edward gives her some money to go shopping for conservative and professional clothes. Once he leaves, Vivian rings Kit, tells her the news. Vivian goes to Rodeo Drive to shop and is told to leave a boutique by a snobby young sales guard who tells her you're obviously in the wrong place. You don't see you don't see classism a lot in white on white classism a lot in movies. So I thought
Yo,
that
and
was interesting.
She didn't look that bad going in there, though. I mean, like, obviously, like, her
I
demeanor
think it was like the
It's the clothes she
blazer
was
on.
wearing.
Yeah, but, like,
no,
that...
it was like the bodysuit.
Yeah, I was going to say,
cut
that
off her
dress
entire
now,
hip
though, like,
areas.
I mean, you would almost expect to see that on
Yo,
Rodeo
she
Drive.
was looking fine.
It's a look. It's a look.
But she also had a blazer on and thigh highs, which thigh highs are now like a
Yo,
lot
her
more-
hair did it
Yeah,
for me.
I think it's like being used to, like, what people wear now. Like, you'd expect that to be seen, on the strip now, but I guess back then, especially in a place that sells pantsuits, I guess.
Chris and Izzy, you walk into a fancy fucking store, that hot ass outfit on. These bitches hate on you. What do you do?
I go in the bathroom and cry, and then I call somebody to come fight my battles for me because I'm a
That's-
pussy.
That, all right. Z, do you have another?
I'm not
way to
good
go
at
about this?
immediate comebacks.
Well, first of all, them hoes ain't loyal. Those women totally broke girl code. First of all. Second of
Yeah.
all, if it
Yeah,
was
that.
me, I think I'd play the daddy card. I'd fake call my rich dad. I'd be like, "Daddy."
Like your dad or your daddy.
Happened again.
Or your daddy.
It's just Kristen on the other line, just like giving random responses.
You buy whatever you want. That would be it.
Vivian returns to the hotel and is approached by Bernard Thompson, the hotel manager who offers to help her find a dress for a dinner with Mr. Morse. This guy, gentleman, through and through.
He's
Good guy.
the true star of the movie.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
He's the angel.
He's like the fairy godmother, if you will.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is.
Now, he was in what was that movie?
He doesn't like
Princess
this guy.
Diaries.
Princess Diaries. Thank you.
Not in the beginning. He threw me off in the beginning. I grew to love him. But remember the scene
Yeah.
in the beginning where he was like,
Tracks her down.
older-
And,
What?
yeah, he was like,
Yeah.
I don't
Yes.
want to see you in here again. Like he was.
He was stereotyping.
But he fell.
This movie does
He fell
anything-
hard.
This movie teaches us anything. It's to not stereotype.
it's
That's right.
It's that the whites can stereotype themselves.
Yes.
Here we go. In Edward's office, we learn that Morse has a new business deal, which will make buying his business a lot more expensive, Vivian buys a cocktail dress and returns to her room. She agrees to meet Edward in the lobby. Doesn't at some point he tell her never to answer the phone?
Yeah, he calls her twice.
Oh yeah, he does. I thought that was a cute little scene.
And then he giggles. Oh, Jacob thought it was cute.
It was a cute scene.
It was cute.
I told you not to answer the phone.
She agrees to meet Edward in the lobby at 7:45 p.m. Barney teaches Vivian dinner table etiquette in preparation for her evening meal. Does anybody know the forks and the spoons and the knives order? Does anybody know on this show? Oh God, you're classy.
It's the order of which the food comes to you. It's furthest out and in.
Yeah.
Sahara was a debutante.
Ooh, a debutante.
Oh, shit.
Can we call you that?
Oh, she classy bitch.
Can we just call you that?
Debbie Z. No. Doesn't work,
Or
sorry.
Debbie.
So,
I
Had
like
to say it out loud, though.
Very good.
here we go. At 7:45, Edward meets Vivian in the lounge and is astounded by how beautiful and elegant she looks. They go to dinner with Morse and his grandson David. Vivian does her best, but struggles with the formal dinner etiquette. I think Morse and his grandson really dug her though. Like they really liked her
Yeah.
vibe and
They're, like,
the
cool.
energy she was bringing.
Especially
to
the old
table.
guy. Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
This is
he
when
was
she's
young.
wearing the red dress, right?
No,
No,
No.
this is the little black.
That's
dress.
right.
With the
That's right.
with the choker.
Yeah,
built in. I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
with the little
Yes.
flowery one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Morris
Real
asked-
quick, the fancy cars of the '90s. My grandpa owns like 3 of the cars that are in this movie. I swear to
Oh.
Christ.
Sick.
He got them all real cheap. They don't work anymore. But
Do you get them when you
oh
goes-
no, my his. Oh, I probably shouldn't say this on the network. but
Ooh, spill
Alright.
the will.
It's gonna cause some
Fucking
problems.
Moving on.
Yeah,
now.
move on.
Might get a bike out of it though.
Oh.
There you go.
Like a bicycle? That's a sick.
No.
Morse
Like
asked,
a tandem? A tandem from you
sidecar.
and Brian?
Exactly.
yes.
Come with
Morse
the hot
asked-
seat.
Jesus Christ, Jared, I'm trying to move on from this fucking family breaking conversation. Morse asked
Anyways.
Morse asks Edward to leave his company alone and tells him he will buy all of Edward's stocks in his company. Edward doesn't heed Morris's wishes, however, and blocks Morris's business deal through a contract in the appropriations department. How much power does fucking Edward have? Did anybody wonder that at some point? Like, I feel like he has too much power. Like,
Yeah, it was
who are
kind of
you?
weird.
And they don't
Yeah,
even
he's like
fully
call
explain. They don't really even fully explain what he does. Like, except for buy businesses and then tear them apart and sell them again. Like,
It doesn't make sense that
Yeah.
like this old guy clearly doesn't want to sell, and the young guy doesn't want to sell. So why the fuck are you selling it?
I think they're going bankrupt.
It's like
they couldn't afford the Navy battleship
oh, so they think that
project that they got. Yeah,
no,
so
no,
were
they
gonna
could,
sell.
but they it got held up
They
in
stopped
committee
it.
because Richard Gere made him
Yeah.
made his senator friend do it.
But I
So
think
guess like the bank is
originally-
foreclosing on the company or something or what?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Okay,
can't
so
remember.
that's-
shit happens.
I don't know the
Yeah.
intricacies of
of
bankruptcy.
the deal. Neither
the
did Julia
businesses.
Roberts. Neither did Julia Roberts, and now she's $3,000 into a $32,000 deal. So,
You fucked up!
Fucking 90% off the week.
Let's just say Edward's good at what he does.
If it's a low season, I'm gonna discount it.
Yeah, it was off season.
Okay, later on the penthouse balcony, Vivian tells Edward that she suspects him of liking Morse, but Edward steers the conversation, and the two agree to not get emotional about business. Edward goes downstairs to think over the dinner. At 3 a.m., Vivian goes down to see where he is and finds him playing the piano to a bunch of Hispanics just sitting around like someone
She's in a
doing their
robe.
work.
Hey, actually,
a fucking robe.
She's
Richard
tired.
Gere himself composed that and played it.
What a sweet man.
Nice.
What a sweet man.
Okay,
That's
so you
right.
got so turned on by that scene.
Oh,
Literally have it written down. That scene was hot as fuck.
Hold on, let me just finish this sentence real quick. 3 a.m. Vivian goes down to see where he is, finds him playing the piano passionately. They get intimate on the piano, but Vivian refuses to kiss him. Rule number 1. Then they go to bed. Yeah.
Then
piano
he
scene.
kisses her on the wop.
Yeah, he does. Yes, he does. The
was-
the only thing that took me
Wet-ass
out of
piano.
the scene. The only thing that took me out of the scene completely is when he's like lifting her up and shifting her, and there's like that ping, ping, pong, ping. It's like the random piano.
Yo, that was hot though.
Like,
That
The
shit-
piano.
Yeah.
like,
We had to pause. No, we didn't pause the movie, but we
They
thought about
actually,
yeah.
they
No, that scene.
they
that's a
put
hot
that piano, those piano notes in there after the scene was shot.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
They tried to
might
do
be
it during, but it wouldn't work.
This might be the best scene of the film.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean-
yes.
Also,
Yeah.
Yes.
I think the next
I
shopping
love
scene is
that-
probably better personally, but this is the
If I
hottest
was a
scene
girl,
for
I
sure.
would want to get my WAP 8 on a piano in a
that's
hotel
what I
lobby.
said.
Yeah,
that's
that's
what I
right.
said. I was
What
like,
else can you ask for?
I'd marry that motherfucker. I don't care if he's 18. She's 18 years older than me. I'm in.
Yeah. Yeah, hot
Jack
scene.
felt things I haven't felt in about 8 months while I watched that.
Jeez.
It was really good. It was
Hey,
nice.
1990.
COVID's keeping us from those pianos, man.
She got a grand piano in the house.
Just get one in the house. Kristen, if you play
Yeah,
it for
just-
her, maybe
Just a
she'll
little-
want to cuddle with you or something.
Get a little electric piano, like a
Fuck
fucking.
off.
I'm just gonna get my keyboard from 8th grade and just like, do you like this? You like this? Here, hop on it, and I'll throw her on top of the keyboard.
Fucking smash that shit.
Anyway,
All right. The next day, everybody calm it down, all right? You know what? Let's just take a break. We all need a break, all right?
Deep
Let's
breaths,
just take a
deep
break.
breaths.
Yeah.
Everybody, please,
Vape
if you're
breath.
listening to this show, please go to YouTube, go to the search bar, type in We Don't WDK Network. It's the first thing that pops up. You can check out all of our shows there, including We Don't Know Sports, We Don't Know Games, This Is We Don't Know Movies, and of course the Girl So Sorry to Waste Your Time. Go over there, click subscribe, share, like, leave a comment, talk shit to us. We want it all. But check us out. We appreciate you.
we want all of it.
Now that everyone's jerking it, let's get back to the show.
Just let me wet my whistle.
I don't know if
here.
you guys been catching, but every time you say something that spikes interest in Jared, he'll like very softly be like, "Yeah, her red hair.
He just whispers.
That's the color of her hair." I'm like, damn.
It's like,
Oh yeah, when we were talking, you guys were talking about what you liked about her. I was like, "Her fucking hair, man, it was so good."
The cocktail scene, and Jared was like,
I
"Oh,
love
the red
that.
dress? Yeah,
I love that big curly hair. It's nice.
it is hot. It's
Yeah.
It is
hot.
hot.
yeah,
Yeah.
Gets me.
Perms, real big back then.
it's the 90s, man. Fucking
sweating.
90s.
And that's
All right,
that
let's move
bodysuit
on.
is just goodness gracious.
All right, Jared, let's move on.
Jared, we
all
already
right?
had the
Took our
jerk off break,
already.
okay?
Took our break. All right. We're moving on. All right. The next day, Vivian tells Edward about her troubles with shopping, so he goes with her to the shop where he tells the manager he will be spending a lot of money. Vivian gets fussed over by a lot of saleswomen. Boss move. He said, "Oh, they gave you some trouble? All right, let's fucking go."
Yep.
So
Here's money.
that's what you should do. I mean,
Here's money to
you
solve
already
problems.
That's
you
right.
already underpaid. You already underpaid for the week, so you could buy her some clothes. I mean,
Yeah.
so-
Maybe that's why she
There you
didn't charge
go.
him that much. She's getting free clothes.
Huge savings.
Philip phones Edward to tell him that Morse is still refusing to sell, so Edward heads to work. After buying lots of new and elegant outfits, Vivian revisits the store that initially refused her and tells them they made a huge mistake. Huge mistake.
Huge.
Big mistake.
That's right.
Huge.
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 It was
Huge. You made a huge mistake. Okay.
That was good.
That was good.
Oh.
Very good.
great.
Anybody got anything to say? Any thoughts, feelings, emotions? Shall we
I mean, obviously, that's like the
I
most
love that scene.
iconic scene from the movie. That's what everyone remembers.
Yeah.
I mean, it felt almost underwhelming because it's just like knowing that it's coming, you know, for like the umpteenth time. But it's still fun, regardless of how many times you see it.
I would argue that the most memorable scene in this movie
Piano.
is when she's in the bathtub.
Oh, I fucking
Yeah.
talked mad shit in my notes about
Singing
that.
to Prince.
She's singing obnoxiously loud, and he's gonna like get on the phone like he does. Like,
Wait,
really?
we're not there yet. We're not there yet, Jacob. Just calm
Yeah.
down.
Just wait till we
You can
get
stay on
there.
track.
Yeah, Grandpa, take her medicine.
Take another jack off break.
exactly. I'll be back.
I'll be back. All right. Okay. Where did I leave off at?
Right
Huge
after
mistake.
Yeah.
Huge
Yeah.
mistake. Edward is beginning to have second thoughts about his deal with Morse. When he returns home, he finds Vivian in nothing but a tie she got for him. They have a bath together. I don't like the way they worded that. That's one negative.
They share
one
a
negative
bath.
mark for grades here. They have a bath together, and Edward tells her about his past and his issues with his father. Turned into trauma time real quick.
Trauma bonding.
Yeah, a prominent businessman who died in the past year, which he hadn't spoke to in 14 years? Isn't that what he said?
Yeah,
14
14
and a
years.
half.
Oh, Jesus. He introduces her to Phil and his wife Elizabeth. Vivian talks to David Morris, who is playing. Oh, is this the part where she says, "Oh, you're the flavor of the week," and she's like,
Yeah.
She's
I don't
like,
wanna
yeah, I'm
marry-
only.
I'm just
just
here
using
for
it for
fucking,
sex.
basically.
I'm
Yeah.
just using it for sex.
Iconic.
Classic.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm here for it.
"You think fucking Richard Gere's got a hog?"
No.
Got any exposed dick pics?
No, I just think he knows what he's doing.
He's a grower, not a
Exactly.
grower.
I just think he's a grown
Jared,
man.
sounds like you're like sticking up for like a group of guys right now. Just
We're
knows
here.
what he's doing, all right?
Listen,
Doesn't matter how big it is.
we'll get you there. Okay. Just bear with
Gotta do
us.
the mouth.
Oh, Brian, real quick. The scene that when she's singing Prince, though, that's when he's asking her to be his girlfriend for the week when she fucks up the math.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that when that is?
Yeah, that was earlier in the movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on.
All right.
The next day, Edward takes Vivian to a polo match sponsored by his company. He introduced her to Phil and his wife. Vivian talks to David Morris, who is playing in the polo match. Paranoid Phil interrogates Edward about Vivian, a.k.a. Phil is a hating-ass nigga, but about Vivian and her job, and he suspects she's a spy for the Morrises. Edward tells him
yeah.
she's a hooker. Phil laughs malevolently. Malevolently?
Malevolently. Goodness. It's hard to say.
Jeez. He goes and taunts Vivian about it, asking for her services after Edward leaves. That's a dirty move, too. Didn't he say,
That's dirty.
maybe I could go around? Is that what he said? Or something like
Yeah, maybe you should
I got
come
a lot
hang
to
out with
say
me
about
after
fucking
that.
Phil.
that? Let it go. If you got something to say, let it out.
Trash. I want to wait to the end so we get to the
Oh,
end
you wanna
part
wait?
to
Oh, God,
dump
yeah.
shit
Okay.
on Phil.
Oh, real quick
Okay.
though, her outfit.
You guys, please interrupt me at any time. Like, don't hold it in.
That
I wanna
brown
hear
dress
all of it.
with white polka dots, very cute outfit. But my most noticeable about that scene though is he's wearing the
Jacob
tie.
is fucking fashionista. E-News fashionista.
I like her dress and the little hat, but I do like the fact that he's wearing the tie that she got for him from.
I didn't even
So
notice
she
that.
took from the
Still.
employee. Of
Yeah,
the store.
Yeah.
that was. I thought that was cute that he was wearing that.
I didn't even notice that. Oh, when they return home, Vivian is mad that Edward told Phil about her profession. She storms out, and when Edward tries to give her money, she refuses it. You know what I didn't like about this is the whole time he keeps telling her, well, he says it like a couple times now, but he's said it like multiple times, I've never treated you like a whore. But like, you kind of are. I mean, you still did pay for her to hang out with you. Like, just because you're not calling her a fucking hooker every day doesn't mean that's not exactly what you're doing.
And he's going like full 50s fucking style husband on her too. Like talking about all the stuff he's doing for her and shit like that.
And how he got jealous when she was talking to the grandson Morse.
Yeah. I mean,
I kind of got.
Well, then there
didn't
you
like
have
that
it.
shit.
He admitted
Wait,
he was
which part? When
jealous.
she was talking to the grandson by the horse you got turned
yeah,
on?
that's whenever he was like
Yeah, he was like, I
apologizing.
didn't
He
like
admits
that.
that. Yeah, he admits that he was being jealous.
She's like, you know, like I was talking to somebody.
Hey, I mean,
Maybe because no one's ever been jealous of me talking to him.
I get jealous about you talking to other people all the time. You just don't see it.
I mean, he's just telling her.
Spectre sulking.
He told her his insecurities. I don't see what's so wrong about it.
there's nothing wrong with it, Jared. Don't
There's
ever
nothing
think
wrong
there's
about
anything
it.
wrong with expressing your emotions. There's
That's right.
No, but there is if you have no emotional connection with somebody that is expressed, and you say that you are jealous that they're talking to somebody else, that is toxic behavior.
At this point,
my
do you
opinion.
think that they're in love yet?
He was
They-
in love with her the night they fucked on the piano.
They didn't
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
on. Did they fuck on the piano? That's not confirmed.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Remember, she had said, I don't kiss on the lips, and he said,
Yeah.
me too.
Yeah.
And he was
Hashtag.
trying so hard to kiss her, and that's when I was like, he's in love with her.
Yeah.
He's in love with her.
Yeah.
Agreed.
She was deeply in like with him at the time, I think, though.
Yeah. Infatuation. Appreciation.
Oh, not sure if Jared has the fun fact on the scene in front of the elevator there, though. The clothes in her hand kept changing colors.
Nope, I didn't have that one.
Wow.
She's a wizard.
Exactly.
She's a wizard, Harry.
Every time it cut to her, she was the clothes that were on top in her hands kept changing.
Let's see here. Okay. As she's waiting for the elevator, Edward comes out and apologizes. She returns with him. After intercourse, they have sex, like, huge fight, huge blowout fight. Let's bang right now.
That's right.
Well, he is paying for it.
Oh, hey,
so.
Morrison. Morrison is making an appearance on We Don't Know.
What's up, Morrison?
Puppy.
Morrison is Kristen's dog. He's in the building.
This is him. He's chewing a toy.
We're very dog friendly. All of our dogs have made an appearance on his show at some point. So.
Oh, yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. After intercourse, Vivian tells Edward about how her awful dating history landed her in Hollywood. She couldn't make the rent because she's bad at business. After meeting Kit, she became a prostitute. I'm assuming Kit's probably a better business prostitute. The next day, Edward leaves work early to go on a date with Vivian. She wears a stunning red dress and an expensive necklace that Edward got on a loan, and he takes her to the Opera La Traviata.
It's the
In
Family
San
Guy
Francisco.
In San Francisco.
You know that
Hop
scene
plane.
where he snaps the necklace
The
thing
box
down?
closed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's cute.
That was
You got turned on.
improvised.
You're rock hard.
No.
Love it. I was so.
It was improvised.
It was improvised by Richard Gere, so the laughter that Julia Roberts did was all natural, and the
nice.
producers loved it. So they
Is
kept
it-
it.
That's sweet.
Is it Gear or Greer? 'Cause
Or
I feel like we're all
I
saying.
think it's
Gear.
Gear.
I think we're all saying different
Yeah.
things
Gear.
here.
Yeah, I even typed
I've heard
in
Jacob
Greer.
and Jared call it Greer.
Yeah, I even typed
I
in
might
Greer,
have.
and it corrected me saying no, it's Gear. I'm like, oh, fuck you. I'm going to keep saying Greer.
So it's Gear.
It's definitely Gear.
It's
Like
Gear.
grind my gears.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I gotta-
I said riding my
Um,
gears. I was like, is that sexual?
Richard Gere.
I thought it was cute when she's fucking with the binocular things in the opera. And
Yeah.
she's like, they're
Of course.
broken, and then he fucking flips them over, and they still look fucking broken. Those things are so
Exactly.
stupid.
Yeah.
So I will say I've never seen this scene before. I've never watched the movie like fully through while paying attention. I'm usually on my phone. I at some point thought they were gonna like he was gonna like finger bang her at the opera.
Oh,
Because
damn.
there's
That
a
shit
scene-
would've
there's-
been dope.
That would have been
There's a
sick. yeah.
episode of the L Word where two lesbians
shit.
they go to the opera and she finger bangs her at the opera, and so I was like, they're gonna finger bang at the opera.
You know, I've seen
And,
the L Word in its entirety, and I do not remember that.
Really? It's Bet and Tina when they first
Oh.
started dating. Yeah, we
Bet.
should do an L Word show.
No.
I'll rewatch it. It's a good show.
I love that fucking show. Okay,
I don't
continue.
think
I'm
I've ever
sorry.
seen it.
It's about
Thought they were gonna have
lesbians, Jared, and their lifestyles.
That's the
Yeah,
L
Jared.
word.
Okay.
Yeah,
The L Word.
that's the L Word.
Kelly and I
It's a
started
really good
watching.
show if you want.
Kelly and I started watching some show on Netflix that deals with dominatrix.
Sick.
So
Hot.
that was
Office?
surprising.
What is it? You're not going to share the title?
I can't remember. I
know,
can't
right?
remember off the top of my head.
I was like, is it Lucifer?
Gotta
'Cause
jack off
on-
to something later.
I really can't. I really can't remember the title off the top of my
I
head.
don't have a piano, so I got to find something here.
Something.
Actually, we do have a keyboard downstairs.
Oh, perfect.
Get to learning.
Put it on
Get to
autoplay.
learning. Get to learning. Vivian loves the opera, cries at the last song, over chess. Oh God, what did she say to that old lady?
Oh, I
She's
have it
in your
written down.
pants.
Yeah,
Oh,
almost peed
yeah.
my pants, yeah.
And he was like, she loved Pirates of Penzance.
Yeah, exactly.
And she was like,
I
think that's what she said.
said that.
So one thing about that scene though is that Julia Roberts was making way too many facial expressions trying to watch this fucking
Yeah,
play. It looked
I-
like she was getting finger banged, like
maybe she was. Maybe she
the
was.
entire
Like,
fucking
uncut.
time. I'm like,
Like a
calm the fuck
director's
down.
cut.
Like, just the
the
crying
music
would have been
finger
enough.
banged her. Yeah. Natural reaction to opera.
They go home and play chess. Vivian persuades Edward not to work the next day.
Nice
On
chess
Edward,
Classic.
I really like that chess.
I love
board.
it.
I would love to learn how to play chess, but it's just like, who has the time?
It's really
and
easy.
Z-
I love
Oh,
Okay,
To
on your
learn, I'm about to
iPhones,
master.
on the messages, you can play like game pigeon games, like pool and darts and all that shit. They
Yeah.
have a chess thing on there. It means he played last night. It took an hour, and we tied. But I started to learn how to play chess,
Bet
so
I'm gonna
I
learn.
recommend that.
It's
If
called
somebody wants to
stalemate?
play with me, I will learn.
I'll play.
I have
we
an
can learn to play
Android,
chess.
so
Woo!
we got bigger problems on our hands than if that's your phone.
Yeah,
He hates androids.
yeah. Well, he has a Google phone, which I told him many,
no,
many, many,
I
many,
used to have a
times.
Google phone, and then I spilled water all over it, and then it died because I was at the pool and I kept putting ice cubes on it to keep it from overheating. And
Your pillow?
His phone.
My phone.
I I thought he said he puts his
pillow.
phone. He puts his phone under his pillow and then he puts ice cubes on top of his pillow. That's how I saw it in my head.
Where did the
Yeah,
pillow
we're gonna
come
move
from?
on. We're gonna move on. We're just gonna move on.
Yeah,
guys.
let's just
On Edward's day off, the couple falls more deeply in love. They go to the park and have a picnic. Edward reads Shakespeare aloud to Vivian. They have in-depth conversations over dinner, and they feel like a real couple. But they're not because she's hired help who makes bad business decisions once again. As they go to bed, Vivian kisses him on the mouth. Jacob, rule number 1.
Well, rule number 1 is always make sure you know when Julia Roberts' titties are out, because that happened twice in this scene.
Hey.
But also don't kiss
They
on the
weren't
lips
exposed.
unless... Yeah, it was. You could see it through the...
I only saw
through the
one
scene.
nipple.
And her white gown was full see-through. You could see that nipple. And then you could see it through the little bed frame.
Jacob, you should just stop while you're ahead, my friend.
Oh my
Jacob's on
goodness.
nipple patrol.
Hey,
I watched
someone's got to do the dirty work.
Yeah.
I watched the
agreed.
entirety of this film on my phone from Amazon Prime. So
Wow. That is just... That sounds
Did
awful.
Marissa have control of the TV tonight?
no, I was just watching it in my downtime at work. So yeah,
It's going to be real
Gotta
awkward
go.
when that scene came up and customers wanted help.
no. Why would I just be watching it?
It's like just the hottest scene of him fucking on the piano and customers are waiting for Brian's
Replaying the
assistance.
titty slip scene.
Just wait a second. Just give me 1 second, guys. Gotta watch this.
Did you have to buy it
Gotta go
on
to the
Amazon
bathroom real
quick.
Prime,
I finished.
Brian?
Oh, let's do a rewind. Jared,
Sorry.
did you say where the people could find this movie to watch?
I
it
mean,
right
for
now?
free, I don't have anywhere. I couldn't find
There's
anywhere
no
for
free.
free.
Your
There's no
mother's
free.
VHS cabinet.
There you go.
That's where you can get it.
And if they still have a VHS player.
Exactly. That's the real hard part.
But, I mean, the cheapest I could find was Amazon Prime for $2.99.
Yeah, that's what I
And
did.
I think that's what everyone
That's how I
did.
watched
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, they have it on YouTube for $3.99, Google Play, Vudu. iTunes is also $2.99.
All right. Falls more deeply in love. Okay, Vivian kisses him on the mouth, which is against rule number 1. She tells him she loves him. He does not respond because, once again, she has hired help. The next morning, Edward asks to see her again and tells her he has organized an apartment, a car for her in New York to get
No.
her off the streets.
For her to stay in LA for whenever he comes to visit. That's what he was saying. He's gonna
That's
get her-
right, because he's got to move.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
going back to
I mean-
in New York, but he wasn't
Yeah.
going to take her with him. That's why it became an issue.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. While it was an appealing offer, it does not strike Vivian as particularly romantic. Obviously, at this point, she's looking for them to be together, and he's like, "Nah, I still got the world to buy and sell for some fucking weird reason."
Yeah.
That would business.
So,
It's not good for business.
she tells him that she wants a knight on a white horse to save her, not a sugar daddy. Edward receives a call from Phil, goes to meet Morris. He tells Vivian that he cannot offer her the romance she wants right now, and she feels even more like a prostitute.
He says, "I never treat you like a prostitute." She goes, "You just did."
Yeah, well, he also said
You
that
just
18
did.
other. He said that 18 other times in this film too. So after you say something over and over and over again,
Yeah.
it really starts to lose its meaning.
Exactly.
So,
Just a little bit.
It's like saying America first 20,000 times.
Kit arrives at the hotel, the smarter of the two friends, I will argue, and the friends are reunited. As they talk, Kit can see that Vivian is in love with Edward and tries to convince her that it would work out. In a meeting between Edward and Morse, Morse is ready to sell his business, however, regretfully. Edward requests a meeting with Morse alone and offers to buy his whole company and help it instead of obviously selling it. Morse tells Edward that he is proud of him in a very condescending way. That he even says I don't mean to sound condescending, but it's like
It's the hand on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
It
job,
is.
buddy.
yeah.
Yeah.
You did good, kid.
And then Richard Gere's like, "You're not my dad."
You're not my dad, asshole.
You're not my dad.
They just cut that scene out.
For the record, when he decides to help him, what the fuck does Richard Gere's character know about building ships?
He knows money.
He knows money, honey.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it has
They
anything to do with the contract.
His
Well, no, just the
strengths
way the
are
old guy
Julia
says,
Roberts'
"And we're going to build
weaknesses."
big ships together." I'm like, Richard Gere's not going to build a fucking ship. Let's be honest here.
He left.
Neither is the old man.
Richard Gere left
At least
the
a
meeting.
supervisor,
he didn't
probably.
even stay for the whole meeting. That's how much you don't give a fuck about those ships that are about to be built.
That's right.
Yeah.
By the way, the friend's prices are even lower. She offered that old man $50 and then $75 if the wife wants to watch. I'm just saying, these girls
Okay.
are not good with their prices.
Yeah, they weren't
And
good.
for Brian, for you to say that Kit is the smarter of the two, you know that she spent her rent money on drugs.
Yeah.
That's better than making shitty business deals. All right.
I would take making shitty business deals over being addicted to drugs. Believe
She's not
me.
addicted. She's not addicted. We
Addiction
don't know that she's
is a
addicted.
problem in America, Kristen.
I
and
think
you should
her
not
using
belittle
all of the rent
this
money to
addiction.
buy and use the
You-
drugs makes her an
Oh, I
addict.
know.
Yeah, it's the entirety of the rent money because I think we all have an
Yeah.
idea of how much drugs cost, and it doesn't cost rent.
It does if you're doing enough
Right.
of them.
I don't know. Their apartment was pretty shitty.
In Kit's defense, Vivian only looked for the rent money when the rent was due. So that doesn't necessarily mean Kit used all the rent money for drugs at one time. It was a good 30 days spread out that she used the rent money for drugs.
But then the guy at the Blue Banana tells her, "You're $200 in the hole." So she's been buying a
And then
lot
she
of
says,
drugs.
"That's yeah." I mean,
Okay, I'll take
depends on what
back
drug
my...
if she's doing heroin or crack, it's not that expensive. Coke is historically more expensive than
For
crack.
pure, yeah.
I will take back my remark that Kit is the smarter friend. I will not take back anything that I said about
Yeah.
Julia Roberts making bad business decisions. Terrible
No
Also,
businesswoman.
side note, they both have really big mouths.
Oh yeah,
I made a comment watching the movie. I said, even Kit has a big mouth.
they exaggerated with the lipstick. It looks even bigger because it's like they do wide on the lipstick almost.
I mean,
They overline the lips. Z
Yeah.
does that.
My love for natural bitch.
You try to call her out. It's
I
a
do-
video
I do
platform
not
everyone can see.
overline.
Do not
Yeah.
disrespect Z, Kristen.
I know. I'm sorry. I
Jeez.
was just kidding.
Z, all that is repressed anger because you don't love
You won't kiss me?
that's right.
know.
You won't
Her
kiss
anger
her.
is that her anger is oppressed all the time.
I'm always angry. It's fine. Continue.
Continue.
Where were we?
Richard Gere thinks he can build ships now.
And Kit's big old mouth.
That's right.
That we were there.
Big Mouth.
Big
Do you guys watch Big Mouth
I
on
love
Netflix?
Big Mouth.
Probably one of the best.
Love
shows
that
ever
show.
made.
So funny.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay.
Fun
Edward-
fact.
Oh my god, Jared, I forgot you were here.
Sorry. Demi
Wait,
Moore was
do you
going to
have a fun
play
fact?
Kit.
Oh,
No.
Oh.
what does
I
Demi
can't-
Moore do?
I can't remember.
She hit her head, didn't she?
Stay in shape.
Boss look.
I really
she was G.I. Jane?
cannot find
Yeah.
where I was. Oh. Okay. Edward leaves. Can you guys hear me? We're good? Okay. Edward leaves the office to go for a walk, and Phil goes to the hotel to find Vivian. Phil. Okay.
UD
Hold
sings
on,
pretty bad there.
There's just some. Okay. There's just some stuff. Okay. Phil hits
yeah.
Vivian across the face
Slaps the
when he
shit out of her.
after he tries to sexually assault her, as he blames her for Edward's change of heart. Edward comes in just in time, right before he's about to do the unspeakable, and punches Phil, throws him out, fires him essentially.
Yeah.
And Kristen, go.
Phil is everything that's wrong with fucking America. You're mad, and you think that you have the right to take it out on a poor innocent fucking woman who doesn't want to have sex with you. Well, guess what? Your wife even doesn't want to have sex with you, so go fuck it yourself. Go fuck yourself, Phil.
All right.
That's all I got.
I like how they established him as a piece of shit character early on.
It's very
Yeah.
frustrating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Very early.
Yeah.
like whenever
He's just-
it shows that he's cheating on
Just
his wife.
you know, Disney is going to make the bad guy lose.
Was this Disney?
Yep.
Yeah, crazy, huh?
Wow, did
It's
not
their
know that.
highest.
Isn't it Disney?
This is a
Yeah, it's
Disney
their-
film.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it's their highest grossing rated R film that they've ever done.
Yeah.
The more you know.
Is Deadpool
What
not?
other rated R films does Disney do?
Well, it's technically Deadpool is now Disney, but it wasn't when they made it.
I don't know if it's Jared, do a little fact check. I don't know if it's like it might be a subsidiary of Disney, but yeah, Disney is the maker of this movie.
Yes.
Wow.
Interesting.
Disney
So I want
is.
to ask you guys a question. Do you
Yeah.
think the attempted rape scene was necessary to the movie?
No, it was 1,000% unnecessary.
I think that I don't think it was necessary for the story for him to go that far with it, but I think they were trying to put that in there to show that this is what happens to sex workers fairly often. I think that's
It's
part of
just so-
what it was.
It's so late in the film.
Yeah.
Like it's just like why?
If
at
this had
point?
happened
Like,
at the polo match, I think it would have been better timing.
That would have been better.
But then they had to.
It's not
but,
good timing to.
But this was
It's never
all
good
put in
timing.
place
Yeah.
so Richard Gere could white horse it and come in and save the
That's
day.
right.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it is a harsh reality. A lot of sex workers go through that, especially a lot of like black sex workers or trans sex workers go through. I mean, a lot of them get killed.
Yeah.
The show Pose highlights that a lot. If you guys have seen it, if you haven't, it's a really good show.
It's a lot easier.
All right, guys, we are we had a little bit technical difficulties. So we are done with
Sorry.
the attempted rape scene,
That's right.
correct?
Oh yeah,
America's
I don't know
not
if it's
yet,
necessary.
but yeah, the movie is.
It was unnecessary. Blah, blah,
I think if it
blah.
was done differently at a different time in the movie, but I am almost glad that they showed like how easy it is, not
Yeah.
easy, but you know what I'm saying, like how common it is
yeah.
for like the lack of respect for sex workers, like as if they aren't people because of their profession. Everyone's got to make money.
It's the reason why serial killers go after sex workers. I mean,
Yeah.
it's easy to go for. Easy target.
Yeah.
But also, I think the thing with Phil was his complex of over like superiority and money and power.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Like,
for
it
sure.
Oh
was-
yeah.
It wasn't just the fact that she was a sex worker. Like Phil has a Napoleonic complex.
Yes.
He's
Yep.
a little guy who makes his money off of bigger, more powerful men. And I think that men like that are the most dangerous. It's
a
back
parasite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Backdoor man.
That has multiple meanings. Fun fact about that fight scene, though, or if you call it a fight, she rips his watch off at the beginning of it, and then in the very next shot, the watch is still on his wrist.
Shot it multiple times. It's fine.
He's got lots of watches. Very rich,
Yeah.
powerful man.
He's a rich
yeah.
man.
Multiple, what
let's
if it's just a
see
sleeve of watches?
here. As Edward ices Vivian's face, she praises him on his decision with remorse. Vivian tells Edward she wants to leave, explaining that she wants the fairy tale, and Edward tells her it is impossible. He gives her money and she begins to leave. Edward asks her to stay the night without pay, but she refuses, and she leaves. Vivian packs her bag to go to San Francisco and finish high school. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
When I read this
I mean,
earlier,
she's
I
only
was like, this
22,
bitch went to go
so
finish
makes
high
sense.
school? What?
Yeah, she only
Or
got
get
to
her
11.
GED. Yeah.
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 Vivian packs her bag to go to San Francisco to finish high school. She hugs Kate goodbye and gives her money, telling her she has potential. Edward leaves the hotel, asking Bernard to return the necklace. Bernard tells him that Daryl, the driver, drove Vivian home the previous day, insinuating that Daryl knows where she lives. As Vivian prepares to leave for San Francisco, she hears a car horn out her window. She
Yeah.
looks.
Here's the Italian opera from fucking 3 blocks away. Fuck off. Through a goddamn
I'll
sunroof.
out the sunroof. It's problematic. It's not.
Yeah.
It's like the Breakfast Club dude on the football field, like
Oh yeah,
thrusting
yeah.
his
The
fist.
fucking yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Oh
hate
shit!
Thank you,
That's
Chris.
funny.
Someone finally gets it.
When she looks, Edward is standing out of the sunroof of his car holding flowers. As opera plays, he proclaims his love for Princess Vivian. Despite being scared of heights, he climbs the fire escape to get her. They kiss.
That's right.
They live happily ever
So he
after.
overcomes both of his fears, heights and commitment.
And
Love.
commit-
She rescues him right back.
The only thing that was more on the
Oh.
nose was must have been love playing while she was packing her bags. What the fuck? That was so on the nose.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Pretty Woman.
Pretty
Yay.
woman walking down the street.
You know, the movie was supposed to be titled 3000, but then
I love you,
after
3000.
after they put the song in, they decided to change it to Pretty Woman.
But then Bernie
Oh, like
Mac
how
got the
much she
rights to
was
Mr.
paid.
3000.
Yeah, 3000. That's how much. she
Yeah,
got
like
paid.
how much you.
What if it would have been 16,000?
It's not quite as catchy.
Yeah.
$16,836.
It was supposed to be a much darker movie too when the
Yeah.
first draft that they wrote. Like,
That's
Jason
right.
Alexander gonna be the
Disney,
lead?
yeah, Disney changed it.
Okay.
They said we want a love
Disney.
story.
But we still have to
Shocker
have
there.
a rape scene in there somewhere.
Yeah. If it's gonna be about sex workers, I gotta make sure that her
Yeah, it's just
dignity
so out of
is ripped away
place.
from her at some point.
Exactly.
It's just so out of place. What was I
Yeah.
was getting ready to say something. The rape scene. Yeah, we didn't need that. I don't like. I mean, nobody likes rape scenes, but rape scenes made me like very uncomfortable in movies. Like,
Oh yeah.
to the point where like I almost have to either skip the scene or like look away. I don't like that shit.
I'll be like this watching it.
Yeah.
Just like staring, breathing
Yeah, I can't
heavy.
see
Oh god.
All right, guys.
If it's
so
necessary, it's a little. I don't know.
If it
It's
pushes
a
the
fine line
plot
to walk.
forward, then I get it. But
Yeah.
Or if it's
I
to tell,
agree.
like,
At this point, like it
teach a
didn't need to go that far to push the plot forward, and it kind of broke with the feel of the movie. If you ask me, it felt like it wasn't really kind of hurt the continuity of the entire theme. But you know,
It's a little rougher.
yeah.
This is gonna be easy. This is gonna be easy, I think, for the entire group. Who's the worst character in the movie?
Jason Alexander.
Paul, what's his name?
Phil.
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 We all hate
Every
Phil.
time she says Phil, though, I keep thinking of Danny DeVito.
Actually, you know what? I hate those bitches that
Hercules?
turned her down.
Yeah, I don't really like
I
those
say that
bitches.
too.
Yeah.
And last time I
I
checked,
think they're
usually,
the worst.
to quote The Office here,
Yeah.
how's the prostitute the good one in this one?
I hate The Office and everything that it stands for. So
They do a remake of that scene.
Because prostitutes and sex workers are great people,
They have hearts
Exactly.
of gold.
and
I
they
think-
have souls.
I think the store workers might get the worst characters in the movie. I think we got 3 votes:
Me too.
Beezy and Jared.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry,
Oh,
I'm just
wow.
going for the rapist here.
Yeah, I
My
kind of
bad.
went for the rapist as well. I thought that was pretty clear and obvious. But
We already
yeah,
know
like
they're
He
old
bad.
didn't-
white wasps or
he
like
didn't
wasps
rape
are
her,
fine.
though.
You can.
in
He
thi-
didn't rape
I
her, it
think
was
it's
an
better to say
attempt
in
to
this.
He
in
was
this
too
movie-
weak to rape her.
Make he was too weak to
Just 3
Jesus.
feet on him.
The attempted rapist. I apologize.
Maybe society is the bad person in this movie.
No,
And just
I'm gonna
their-
go with the.
the way
I'm
they
gonna go with
treat
the
sex
snobby
workers.
white bitches in the store who didn't want to.
Yeah, the underlying antagonist of the movie is our culture and our stereotypes against sex workers. There
Not
you
even
go.
just sex
Oh.
workers, just people that don't fit that high standard of what.
Yeah, the classism.
Yeah,
rich-
trailer trash is
yeah,
included in
classism.
that.
Yeah.
There's multiple.
I mean, Jacob's from West Virginia.
I'm
Look
from West
he's
fucking
doing
Virginia, I
pretty
mean-
good.
Ah,
Like Jacob's airing some grievances out right now.
Jesus.
That's why they have a feud over the family will. Okay?
All right.
So the snobby white bitches are officially the bad ones in this movie.
Yeah,
right?
worst
Yeah,
characters in
them.
the movie.
All right, I'm gonna put the.
suppose I'll be up
I'm
with
gonna go ahead and put the Excel sheet together after this to
Cool.
keep track of all of them. So I need to know the right
Best
names.
character in the film.
I would say the fucking hotel manager
Hotel
personally.
Hotel
Yeah.
manager.
Bernard.
He's
Yeah.
the coolest fucking dude in the entire fucking movie.
Yeah, he came full circle too. Like he overcame his stereotypes. He was like a true
Yeah.
protagonist of the movie of like, oh, you're not the same person you walked in here as. Like I was wrong about you.
But what about the
My favorite
doorman?
character-
Yeah, I like the doorman.
He was kind of
Also
skeevy,
great.
but he was just.
He never asked for a tip one time.
That was a different. That was the room service guy was different, wasn't it? Because the room service
the
guy stood there and
elevator?
waited
Was
for it.
Dennis was the elevator guy.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
It's the
Hey, we're
elevator
good.
guy.
Okay.
Dennis
Dennis.
was the elevator man.
Yeah.
Mhm.
My favorite character was Barbara, who was the
Bridget.
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 The dress lady
Bridget.
who worked
That
in the
Bernard calls.
Remember, Bernard brings her to the dress
Yes.
shop in the hotel,
And
Bridget's
she
like,
said they're never.
Oh, yeah, they never are.
They never are.
Yeah, I had that written
Yeah,
down
talking
too.
about
She's like,
uncles.
you know, he's not really my uncle. They never are.
Yeah, she
All
was
right.
so sweet.
Also great.
Yeah.
So nobody said the same person. I don't really think the elevator guy wasn't my true vote. If I were to vote, I would vote the hotel manager because he was like the fairy
Yeah.
godmother.
Yeah.
Hotel
I'm voting
manager.
hotel manager as well. So.
I just feel like I could play the role of the elevator man.
All right, Jared,
think
you
you'll
just
be
keep
real
on
good at it.
living. You just keep on dreaming. You keep on living, my friend.
I'm still waiting for
Alright.
the phone call, Hollywood.
Best scene in the film.
At the park when she takes her shoes off and they're laying there reading the book.
I thought that was the corniest fucking scene.
When he's reading Shakespeare.
I hated it. That was the worst part. the entire scene with them like having the day together was cute until that fucking weird. He's laying there in a suit. And she's taking his shoes off, and they're reading fucking
wants to
Shakespeare in the
feel
park.
the earth.
I
Fuck
love
you.
how
Around
excited.
himself.
I love how excited Kristen was about it, and then
like,
Jacob
oh,
was
that
like,
scene.
"Worst
And the
fucking
butt.
scene
Jacob
in the
said,
movie."
"Fuck your opinion. Fuck that scene."
Your opinion is wrong, Kristen.
I just think like her grounding, like putting your feet on bare earth is a process of grounding, and so like when she did that,
Did you
she
watch
wanted
that
him
Zac
to, like,
Efron
connect.
shit? Did you watch
I
that
like.
Zac Efron?
I watched the
fucking
Zac Efron
Netflix?
shit. I think Zac Efron is a perfect human specimen.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
Jacob,
fucking-
I just got done burning a bunch of incense. So if you want,
So tonight we're making a fucking voodoo doll.
Oh shit!
tempt me.
shaped like Phil.
I don't
We're
fucking
gonna
voodoo,
kill
man.
this rapist motherfucker.
They got a witch doctor.
Attempted rapist
Witch doctor. He'll be there in 5 minutes.
I think the best scene is the piano scene.
I think that's
Yeah.
the hottest scene. I think
The
it's
Yeah, that's
cunnilingus.
I think
the
it's the
Cunnilingus
hottest
on
shocking
the
scene.
piano scene.
That scene, obviously, you know, as an adult, you probably get very aroused. But I think the scene that made me smile the most was her singing Prince in the bathtub.
I hated that scene too. I
Jacob
fucking hated that
Did
scene.
you
I didn't
hate
hate
this
it.
entire fucking movie?
I think he did, honestly.
No, it's just it was so obnoxiously loud. Like, oh, you're gonna act all surprised that anyone heard you when you're fucking singing
he
your
left.
top of your lungs in a hotel.
She's happy.
So angry.
Z, you have to break this
Just
out.
don't be
What happened
dumb.
There's
I
been-
sing like that all the time.
Yeah, I do too, but I'm not surprised when people hear me.
Wow.
All right, raise your
Maybe
hand.
she-
Listen, Papa Jenkins.
My favorite scene was where they're both in the bathtub, and he tells her that he spent $10,000
Oh, therapy.
on therapy, and she wrapped her legs around him, and she was like,
80
well,
inches
you're
of
getting
therapy. Or
free,
something.
yeah, 88
Yeah.
inches of therapy.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
cute.
he is.
That was
She's about to get that
romantic.
8 inches of therapy later.
All right,
I'm gonna find Jesus tonight.
so there's now been 2 scenes mentioning the bathtub. So Jacob, write down bathtub
No,
scenes.
those are different bathtub
Different
scenes.
bathtubs.
Doesn't
Those are
matter. We
different
don't have a
bathtub
tiebreaker.
scenes. No,
We
I
love
will.
bathtubs.
No, I will go with Brian with the piano scene in order to make sure that that bathtub scene is not mentioned later.
You know what, Wolfie? Shut up.
I'm changing my vote. Piano scene.
What about my park scene? Does that not get a vote?
Just stop.
All right, so
So piano scene was
Cunnilingus.
best scene.
cunnilingus piano scene.
Yeah, fine. We'll go with that.
Wet ass piano.
That's what WAP stands for.
That is the name of our best scene.
Oh.
I'll have to
Boom.
agree.
And I think
Are we going worst scene as well?
worst scene in the film.
Which one?
Let me think about this more.
I mean,
My
I'm just
natural
go-
instinct is attempted rape, but I feel
Yeah.
like there's something deeper that I.
no, I'm going with the rape scene. As much as I'd like to shit on the other scenes, it just nothing made me cringe that
I
much.
thought Jacob was gonna go in on the park scene again.
Worst fucking scene.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna say the rape
Oh my
scene.
Yeah, I think
Just
it's-
because it was, and it was kind of misplaced.
Yeah,
I'm
like
crying.
you like I get it, Kristen. Like you want to think a little deeper into it, but like it's just that's the cringiest scene.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's cringier than her taking his shoes off in the park.
If
Like,
they
it
would have
needed to-
stopped it on the couch, it wouldn't have been so bad. But him hitting her to the floor and then trying to fuck her on the floor, like, goes beyond what it should have gone. Like, they
And-
could have ended it on the couch. And, he
And
could've
his
pulled her.
character, like Jason Alexander in general, like the way he looks like a skeevy, nasty little dude too.
little weasel
Yeah.
rapist.
Exactly.
Mole.
Yeah, Mo, 'cause he's
Yeah.
fat too. So like,
Yeah.
Like a naked mole rat.
Yeah, I was
that,
about
like,
to say a naked
crawls
mole
up
rat.
girls' skirts
yeah.
at the
They-
park with their shoes off
Is
while they're
there
grounding
a
themselves.
is there a redeemable character in this film?
Say again.
Kit,
A redeemable
Cat?
character.
Redeemable character.
What do you mean?
Kit.
Yeah, I guess
Maybe
Kit.
somebody you hated at the beginning and then liked at the end.
It's gonna be Kit.
Yeah.
Again, I'm gonna go Bernard, the hotel manager.
Oh yeah.
Because in the end, yeah, he was one of my favorite characters. But that scene when he pulls her aside privately and was forcing her to say, "I am this person's niece," and yeah, when is he leaving? Next week. Okay, well, I never want to see you
In here
after-
again, yeah.
But I will say it was very quick. His turnaround was very quick though. So it was like
Almost
it was only one bad scene where I didn't like him, and it was pretty much immediately after that when she's in his office is when he's being nice to her. He's being like, hey,
Yeah.
who are you here with? Your uncle? Okay, cool. You're the niece? Okay, cool. Like, he just kind of like lets her, run the conversation, and he goes from there saying like, hey, we take care of people here, basically. So
Jacob,
I think
you and Z are arguing about the same scene, but have different perspectives.
no, I agree. I'm saying like to me, it felt like he was doing his job, but he didn't want to be a dick about it. So to me, I only disliked him whenever he judged her as she walked by.
Fine, I'll change my answer. Just kidding.
No, I'm not saying you have to change your answer. I'm just saying like that's how I came up with.
Fine, I'll change it.
Most redeemable character is Richard Gere's feet in the park. Also, did you notice she took his shoes off, and then like 5 seconds later, when he was reading Shakespeare, his shoes were back on?
Were they really?
Yeah,
I did not notice that.
I did notice that. I was
Wow.
like,
It was the 90s. They forgot a bunch of that stuff. A lot
yeah,
of scenes
like, oh,
like
small
that
details,
happen.
we don't need them.
like
No.
King Henry IV with the
It's a
watch on.
fairy tale.
Yeah, if that's what you want to call it.
I would say, I'm going to go with Kit on that one just because, for a redeemable character, just because I really did not like her in the beginning of the movie, but she was pretty funny at the end.
All right,
I
there we
think
go.
she's redeemable post movie as well. Like, I want to believe that Kit like got out of the sex working industry and like went to
Yeah.
school and like followed in Julia Roberts' footsteps of like maybe not like the man part, but like being more.
Well, she did say she was going to go to beauty school, and that's why her roommate
Yeah.
her new roommate was going to have to pay more. So it's good.
I truly believe that Richard Gere has another rich tycoon friend that he had by Kit for $3,000.
Yeah. You say bye? It's
And
called,
his name
it's
is
called
Phil.
Rent, Brian.
All right, guys. Well, that was Pretty Woman. That was fun. First
Yeah.
go around. We don't know movies. 2.0.
Yeah.
Next week, the year is 2000. We are jumping 10 years into the future. The year 2000 might arguably be the best year for film ever. It was a tough list to create, but I sent it out for you today. Nobody say anything now. Let's keep it a secret. But
Okay.
hey, we'll be here. I think we're gonna record every Wednesday, so we'll release every Thursday. Check us out on the YouTube channel, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that stuff. All of you guys, I appreciate you guys joining me today. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
That's right.
Hey, this is Brian Davis, Jared Webb. We don't know movies. Peace.
Later.
Peace. Like, share, subscribe.